Today in Watching Your Wallet, the Evans Financial Group is here to discuss the top 10 reasons to invest in a traditional IRA. So Colin is joining us once again. We are counting down the top 10 reasons to invest in a traditional IRA. First, let's tell everyone what a traditional IRA is.
Yeah, this is similar to, the easiest way I can relate this to is it's like your own personal 401k. It's just another angle or another avenue for people that might not have an employer-sponsored plan at work or someplace else they might want to be able to put money and get the tax deduction and not pay taxes until a later date.
Okay, that doesn't sound scary at all. So let's start with number 10.
Number 10, estate planning benefits. You know, one of the beautiful things about a IRA is actually when it goes and gets passed on to the beneficiaries, it can actually have some scheduled payouts for a period of time. So it actually gets a little bit from the person that possibly is leaving that IRA. It's also kind of a unique thing because it can provide an income stream over a period of years to the beneficiaries. Kind of a nice piece that is involved with the IRA.
Very cool. And then number 9, early withdrawal exceptions. What's this?
It is. So typically with IRAs, 401ks, you see a 10% kind of penalty if you pull it out just a little too early. However, there are some exceptions to that rule. Like if there's a first-time home buyer, you can go in and be able to pull some funding out from the IRA without taking a penalty. It can also work for a furthering education or even medical expenses. So there's kind of some rules around it that you can get those funds or have access to it without incurring a penalty.
Very neat. And then number 8, accessible contributions.
So what we mean by accessible is like we just talked about having this as the 10% side of things, but being able to have that is because this is on your own terms and it's something that you are in control of, makes this a little bit easier than something along the lines that is truly employer sponsored.
Okay, and then number 7, the potential for lower taxes in retirement. Everybody perked up for that one.
You know, it's one of the beautiful things is typically we've all heard that when you go into retirement time frame, the possibility of being in a lower tax bracket because you're drawing less income and you're no longer in those working years. So in the opportunity that it does put you into a lower tax bracket, that's a great thing because you deducted those while you're in your working years. So opportunity for paying less taxes on those funds when you start to draw those out.
All right, and then number 6, something we've talked about before, the diversification of retirement savings.
Yeah, so number 6 and number 5 are kind of hand in hand. One being the diversification of retirement savings, being, hey, I'm putting money into my 401k at work. I might have funds over into a savings account. I'm still needing to maybe put some extra funds away for retirement. I can go look into the IRA option. So it just gives somebody else while they're still working another place that they can park some funds for retirement while they're looking at that time horizon.
And then you mentioned the broad investment choices.
So in the broad investment choices side, the options for an IRA are open. You could go visit with a financial professional. They could put you in something with the market, you know, stocks or bonds or stuff like that. You can even go to your bank. You might even look at something into a money market account or even CDs. So the marketplace for those is completely wide open, and the beauty is the individual has control.
Okay, and then number 4, no age limit for contributions.
As long as you're earning a paycheck, you can put money away. You know, a couple of years ago, it was actually, there were some ages that were actually ceasing that you're no longer allowed to put funds away into it. Well, now, because if you're still working, you can still put funds away. And one of the beautiful things that kind of rolls us into the next one with catch-up contributions in number 3 is once you reach the age of 50, Uncle Sam allows us to put an additional $1,000 a year away. So you're kind of actually getting a little extra that you get to dump away as you start getting closer to that retirement time horizon.
A nice little burst, so catch-up contributions are a big deal.
They really can be, because that's the opportunity for you to be able to accelerate them once we hit that time frame.
All right, and then number 2, tax deductions. We love this.
Tax deduction, it is. It's one of the great things about the IRA is you get to pull that off of your income for the year, thus in that year lowering those income taxes for the year. But that's, again, this is one of the things to keep in mind. You haven't paid taxes on it, so when it comes to taking that out, there is some taxes that are going to be due. All
right, and then number 1, tax-deferred growth.
One of the beautiful things about it is because these funds are tax deferred, we've all heard, you know, the magic of compound interest. Well, one of the things is because you still actually have the tax dollars, you haven't paid them yet, they're still in your account. Those are also, you know, having the earnings potential for the potential of growth. So that's what we're talking about is, do you have earnings that are on those taxable dollars later that are working for you? So it's just a little bit extra that is something that is working for you as you're going into that retirement time.
All right, so 10 reasons to to go ahead and invest in a traditional IRA. How did you get all of that in there, Colin?
You know what? I stressed about this a little bit too much today is how I did this.
No, you did a great job. We are going to be breaking down the top 10 reasons for several different things throughout this month. So we really encourage you to make sure to join us every Wednesday for Watching Your Wallet. Colin, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us again.